I would like to begin by announcing before this distinguished gathering the creation of a unique education and training center for the 21st century, focused on the most important global challenge of our time, the Asia-led Training Center. This training center will assist businesses, organizations, and governments in meeting the practical challenges of designing and implementing green growth initiatives to address the problem of climate change.
Asia is emerging as the economic center of the future, as the region's economy races through this unique and transformative period. Both the opportunity and the challenge of finding a low-carbon, climate-resilient development pathway are clear. It's our role at AIT to work with partners to define the skills necessary to seize the opportunity of green growth and equip our region's practitioners with the skills and knowledge to achieve low-emission development. With the support of USAID, the Asia-led Training Center is a partnership between my institution, AIT, and leading international organizations in the areas of greenhouse gas management, finance, and policy. Our first program under this center is led by the Greenhouse Gas Management Institute, GMI, and we sow the seeds for a future community of experts in greenhouse gas measurement, reporting, and verification, expertise integral to building long-term climate change policies. We are employing a unique design that combines rigor with accessibility. The training center's approach to professional training will deliver a technical yet practical curriculum employing a blend of traditional classroom learning and e-learning. The Asia-led Training Center will be conducting various types of programs targeting the business, industry, policymakers, practitioners, researchers, etc. The training center will also be inclusive. USAID, AIT, and GMI actively seek other donors and partners with which to collaborate. We offer the Asia-led Training Center as an open platform to build regional capacity and invite those of you with similar objectives and programs to use the training center facilities such as training classrooms on AIT's campus, administrative support, and program management infrastructure as a platform to deliver training. Ladies and gentlemen, AIT is excited to bring to bear our resources and 50 years experience working in Asian capacity building to our partners through the Asia-led Training Center. I would like to now turn to an overview of discussion of green growth and low-emission development strategies in Asia. The traditional development model of grow now, clean up later has been in retreat for a good number of years now. Leaders across Asia have embraced the new model of green growth. Parallel to and consistent with this sea-changing thinking, many Asian nations have embraced low-emission development strategies, or LEDS. Countries participating in the UN climate change negotiation noted, as part of the 2009 Copenhagen Accord, that LEDS are indispensable for sustainable development. Asian leaders are responding to an imperative well described in the report released earlier this year entitled Green Growth, Resources and Resilience, co-sponsored by UNESCOP, ADB, and UNEP. The report states, convergent economic and environmental challenges have had dramatic impacts on millions of people, threatening continued progress towards reduction of poverty and hunger. Economies must be recalibrated so that the economic growth is directly aligned with the sustainable development objectives. A greater focus is needed on achieving a better quality of growth. Asia is critical to global efforts to reduce the risks of climate change. Asia is responsible for a major portion of the total GHG emissions, and those emissions continue to grow rapidly. And the stakes are high for Asia, as it encompasses some of the most vulnerable communities of the world. Asian countries are showing leadership in green growth and LEDs. The large majority of countries in Asia have developed or are developing a strategy to green their economies and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Ladies and gentlemen, let me provide some examples. Republic of Korea was one of the earliest nations to embrace low carbon and green growth strategy, enacting framework legislation in 2009 and setting target for reducing GHG emissions by 30% from a business as usual scenario by 2020. Republic of Korea also initiated the Global Green Growth Institute, which formally became an international organization at Rio+20. China's 12th five-year plan for national economic and social development promises to set China on a more sustainable and low-carbon development path, continuing a successful decade-long effort to decouple energy use and economic growth. The plan sets targets for reducing CO2 emissions per unit of GDP and increasing the proportion of non-fossil fuel energy consumption to over 11% by 2015. India is developing its low-carbon growth strategy to fulfill the goal it set at the recent COP, a reduction in GHG intensity of 25% between 2005 and 2020. In addition, nearly half of India's states have developed state-level climate change action plans. Thailand's key climate change policies are embodied in the National Strategic Plan on Climate Change Management 2008-2012 and the Draft National Master Plan on Climate Change for 2011-2050, both of which set broad adaptation and mitigation goals for the country. Indonesia finalized its National Action Plan for greenhouse gas emission reductions in 2011 with a target of reducing GHG emission 26% below business as usual levels by 2020, and additional 15% with support from industrialized countries. 3 provinces in Indonesia have developed their own LEDS plan. Malaysia announced in 2009 a voluntary reduction of up to 40% in emissions in the intensity by 2020 compared to 2005 levels. Malaysia adopted the Renewable Energy Policy and Action Plan as part of the 10th Malaysian Plan for 2011-2015 and began modeling mitigation measures across all major sectors as part of its second national communication. The Philippines National Climate Change Action Plan, released in 2011, provides a rich and comprehensive set of goals, desired outcomes, and also activities focused mainly on adaptation, but embracing mitigation as well. Vietnam is finalizing a national green growth strategy that will aim to reduce CO2 emissions per unit of GDP and increase the use of clean and renewable energy. Bangladesh formulated its climate change strategy and action plan in 2008, followed by an update in 2009. Although it places most emphasis on adaptation and disaster preparedness, the plan features also mitigation actions across all major emitting sectors. Bangladesh established the goal of meeting 10% of power demand with renewable energy by 2020. Cambodia has adopted a national green growth roadmap and created a national climate change commission with the aim of achieving climate resilient, low carbon, sustainable economic growth. Laos set forth its national strategy on climate change in 2010 with an emphasis on adaptation. The government also developed mitigation strategies targeting all sectors. Nepal approved the National Climate Change Policy in 2011. Although it focuses heavily on risk management and adaptation, the policy includes promotion of clean energy, energy efficiency, and low carbon development in general. Papua New Guinea, PNG, adopted an ambitious national strategic plan in 2011 titled Vision 2050,
with an aspirational goal to be carbon neutral by 2050, while achieving annual economic growth at the same time of 7% in an environmentally sustainable manner. 23 aims to conserve and manage 22% of its forests and participate strongly in carbon markets. Ladies and gentlemen, these countries are all at various stages in formulating and implementing their green growth plans. Renewable energy targets are reshaping power grids. Feed-in tariffs are spurring solar energy installation. Solar-powered lighting and improved cook-stove in villages are providing multiple benefits in rural areas in the region. Assessment of wind power potential are guiding the development of that in energy source. Countries are improving energy efficiency with innovative policies such as India's Perform, Achieve and Save (AIT) program and Thailand's 20-year energy efficiency development plan, with its target of a 25% reduction in energy intensity by 2030. Energy audits are guiding industry to financial savings and reducing emissions. Cities are turning to bus rapid transit systems to improve urban mobility and air quality while reducing GHG emissions. All countries recognize the importance of the agriculture, forestry, and other land use components of their emissions as they formulate the overall green growth approach. Many countries are participating in programs to reduce emissions from deforestation and forest degradation. There is tremendous potential for South-South and North-South learning and collaboration in turning green growth and waste into reality. Distinguished colleagues, I also would like to mention a few words at this point about AIT and AIT's role in this partnership platform. AIT is an international intergovernmental institution of higher learning with more than half a century long academic and research experience. AIT pursues excellence in all its research activities and develops sustainable solutions which addresses real-life situations and challenges. So AIT has been engaged in the area of education and research on low carbon, renewable energy technology, energy efficiency issues since 1979. Our involvement in the area of greenhouse gas mitigation research started in the early 1990s. In this context, ladies and gentlemen, the AIT Strategy 2013 identifies excellence and relevance in education, research and outreach as one of the core themes. Based on this, AIT embarked on developing its research strategy, and in line with this strategy, the Center of Excellence Sustainable Development in the Context of Climate Change, SCCC, was founded. The AIT research strategy outlines the roadmap for research at AIT for the period 2012-2016. Its overall objective is to significantly increase by 2016 AIT's contribution towards sustainable development of Asia and beyond through participatory research in relation to climate change and implementation of applications to address real-life challenges and fill knowledge gaps. Under the broad SCCC umbrella, AIT focused its research in 5 thematic areas in which AIT has demonstrated expertise, namely disaster risk management, sustainable land and water resource management, business and innovation models for green economy, urban and rural quality of life and sustainability, and finally, lower carbon and sustainable production and consumption technologies and management. The next program and activities are completely in line with the theme lower carbon and sustainable production and consumption technologies and management. AIT has also initiated centers to work on issues related to MDG, poverty alleviation, and CSR, corporate social responsibility. In the area of academics, also AIT has recently launched a master PhD program on climate change and sustainable development, as well as in energy business management with the aim to train personnel on the emerging needs to promote low emission strategies in Asia and beyond.
Therefore, there is a clear convergence of the LEDS Training Center and AIT's activities and mission. And I'm very pleased to be here to join hands with partners in the force towards a greener and cleaner Asia. Distinguished colleagues, in conclusion, let's think big and let's think long term. Asian nations are blazing the path forward on green growth and LEDS. We can amplify our efforts through regional mechanisms such as this week's forum, the Asia Regional Platform, and the other programs you have heard about during this platform. You will learn more about the resources, programs, and opportunities that are available in other sessions today and tomorrow. AIT is proud to be a partner in the LEAD program and other similar programs. Ladies and gentlemen, we look forward to working with you, and I'm sure the discussions during this workshop will be productive and useful. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thanks very much indeed, Professor Iran Doost. Our next speaker will provide an overview of international